welcome everybody here and congratulate, before you even get started, all of the participants. It is a really exciting program that you're involved in here, and I hope that you've had a lot of fun doing it. But once the old juices get flowing and you start getting objections from one side or the other, and you get those challenges coming at you, it's just as competitive as any sport that any of you have ever participated in. Hopefully next year you would graduate on and take it on beyond an intramural kind of program like this and get involved in the state program. Case of the State of Wisconsin versus Carson White. This is case number 02-CF366. Could we have appearances stated? First of all, the prosecution.
If it will please the court, my name is Kelsey Dalrymple, and this is my co-counsel, Kaveh Landsberg, Will Carls, and we are representing the prosecution of the State of Wisconsin.
If it may please the court, my name is April Larson, and I'm here along with my co-counsel, Lisa Ritland, and Joe Mavis, and we represent Carson White, the defendant in this case.
The state calls Officer Bud Winchester to the stand. What did the graffiti say?
I'm handing you what's been marked as Exhibit 1. Can you identify it?
Yes. It's the drawing that I made up based on what Bob O'Reilly and Dana Luder told me. Where were you at the time this altercation took place?
Mr. O'Reilly, you'll step forward and be sworn.
I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Certain that this was Carson on path?
Yes.
Thank you. No further questions.
Okay, did you hear everything that was said that day?
No, I did not.
Okay, so you may have missed a thing or two that was said.
Possibly.
Okay, and is it true that you were hurrying down the hallway?
Yes.
And you managed to see directly behind you Dana Ruder standing there and the altercation that took place?
I cannot say for sure I saw exactly where Dana Ruder was standing.
But you did see her, is that correct?
I remember her being in the hallway, yes.
Your Honor, the state calls Pat Walters to the stand. Terry Phillips to the stand, I'm sorry.
All right, Mr. Phillips, you'll step forward and be sworn.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Do you know Pat Walters?
Yes.
How do you know Pat?
He was in my advanced biology class.
You're good friends with Pat, right?
Right.
And Carson calls a lot of people names, is that true?
Yes.
So you are one of the men, is that true?
Yes.
Would you stick up for Pat in any way, since you're good buds?
Yes.
And did you witness anything in the hallway that day?
No.
Thank you.
Your Honor, now the state calls Pat Walters to the stand.
Come on forward, Mr. Walters.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Could you please state your name for the record?
Pat Walters,
And what school do you currently attend?
Clearwater High.
And what grade?
I'm a junior.
Is he in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Could you please describe what he is wearing?
Blue shirt and white pants.
I would ask the record to reflect that the witness has identified the defendant.
Is there any objection from who's going to be?
No.
Any objection to the identification? All right. The record can so reflect.
Do you know, you don't know Carson White very well, do you?
Nope.
You don't know Pat very well, do you?
No, sir.
What what do you intend to utilize by way of this witness's testimony in terms of a character witness?
I feel that he shows Pat acting, how he shows his views, and not, he shows it in a derogatory manner.
Even though you really don't know Pat at all?
I don't know, I don't know.
Okay, no further questions.
Anything further? Redirecting. All right, excuse me.
Did you suggest the charges to be brought against Carson White?
No, I did not.
Do you think that these charges are fair or should have been?
No, I think that the,
Objection speculated.
There is relevance because she takes care of all the punishments of the school by school policy. And in this case, it should have been dealt with by school policy. And if the vice principal thought that something else should have happened, she should have been the one to tell.
I think that's a good argument, but it did call for speculation on the part of the witness, and I'm going to sustain the objection.
Do you recall giving a written statement regarding this incident?
yes, I did.
The statement was completed shortly after this incident?
Yes, I will.
If you were to review this statement, would it refresh your recollection on the incident?
Probably.
May I approach the witness?
Go ahead.
Go ahead and show that.
If you make reference to it, you have the exhibit?
I don't see a problem with discrimination.
So you did say that you don't see a problem with discrimination?
It's being taken out of context. What did you witness on December 13th of 2002?
I was standing in the hallway and I heard Pat call Carson a bigot. I looked and I saw Pat hit Carson with his backpack. And then in your statement, you said that you heard Pat yell bigot and then turn and hit Carson. Is that correct? Yes. So naturally, when you hear something, you would most likely turn around to see what was going on. Yes. So when you heard Pat yell and hit Carson, did you turn around to see what was going on? Yes, that's how I saw it. So you actually didn't see the first punch thrown, now did you?
I do.
Mr. White, can you state your name and age for the court?
Carson White, 17.
Where do you attend high school?
Clearwater High. You know, on friends and stuff. It's just like saying, you know, idiot or moron. I believe that, I mean, if you...
Objection, out of scope. It never says in the mock trial materials that you use homosexual slang with your friends.
You've never called Pat any names before, is this correct?
This is correct.
Objection, could the question about Baba O'Reilly be stricken from the record because there is no answer to that question?
Actually, at this point, I'd probably have my court reporter read that back because I don't specifically recall the question.
Expert testimony from the school liaison officer, Bug Winchester. Officer Winchester investigated the assault, and after talking to both witnesses, prepared a sketch of the fight scene. She said Baba O'Reilly had the better view. We've heard testimony from Dana Reuter, who said that Pat hit Carson in the face with his backpack. However, Dana was behind a statue and an open door. She admits that some things were in her way, and she wasn't exactly sure what was going on. Dana Reuter is not a reliable witness.
Unless you are 100% sure that Mr. White is guilty, you are under the obligation of the law to find him innocent and drop all charges. Thank you, Your Honor.
To the real world, she said to me condescendingly, take a seat, take your life, plot it out in black and white. Well, I never lived the dream of the prom kings and the drama queens. I'd like to